नमस्ते। हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। Myself, Dr. Gaurav Gupta, Assistant Professor, Department of Forensic Medicine and Toxicology, Faculty of Homeopathic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. In today's session, we are going to continue infanticide and child abuse, in which we will study postmortem findings or signs of dead-born fetus. So, one of the signs of dead-born fetus is maceration. It is a process of aseptic autolysis. This occurs when the dead child remains in the uterus for about 3 to 4 days, surrounded with liquor amni with exclusion of air. So this process is usually occur only when the child remains in the uterus for 3 to 4 days and he is surrounded with liquor amni and there is no air. Then this aseptic autolysis of the body starts. Earliest sign of maceration is skin slippage of face, back or abdomen, which may be seen in 12 hours after death in utero. By 24 hours, the skin is brown or purplish in color. So the first place where maceration starts within 12 hours of death is face, skin of face, back or abdomen, and within 24 hours, skin becomes brown or purplish in color. The dead fetus is soft, placid, with emission of sweetest disagreeable smell, but no gases are formed. So after the death, the fetus becomes soft, he becomes flaccid, and there is a sweetish disagreeable odor, but there is no gas formation, although there is odor present. Internal organs show autolytic decomposition, but the lungs and uterus remain unchanged for a long time. Putrefaction is characterized by an unpleasant odor, greenish discoloration of skin, and formation of foul-smelling gases. So while in the maceration there is brownish discoloration of skin with sweetish unpleasant odor and there is no gas formation. There in putrefaction there is unpleasant odor with greenish discoloration of skin and there is formation of foul smelling gases. Rarely the fetus may show adipocyte formation. Spalding sign. It is a pathognomic sign of intrauterine death. There is loss of alignment and overlapping of fetal skull bone on X-ray, and it occurs due to liquefaction of cerebrum and softening of ligamentous structure supporting the vault. So it is a pathognomic sign of death in uterus, intrauterine death, as due to the liquefaction of cerebrum and the softening of ligamentous structure which are supporting the vault. There is loss of alignment, there is misalignment of fetal skull, and there is overlapping of fetal skull bones on X-ray. It appears in about 7 days after death. Rigor mortis is seen in dead-born fetus. Mummification, it results from deficient supply of blood or scanty liquor amni. Fetus is dried up and shriveled in more than 2 weeks. Robert sign. In Robert sign, there is appearance of gas shadow in chamber of heart and blood vessels, and it may appear by 12 hours, but it is difficult to interpret. Hyperflexion of spine is more common. Crowding of the rib shadow with loss of normal parallelism. So there is crowding of rib shadow in case of stillborn or death in intrauterine life. Two cardinal signs to identify a dead-born fetus are the presence of maceration along with lack of lung aeration. that is primary atelectasis. So hydrostatic test will be negative. That is lung will not float, it will sink. Now what are the signs of stillborn fetus? Another possibility for death occurring in infant whose birth are unattended or complicated is that the fetus infant died during the birth process. So one was this that the child born alive but he died after getting born. Second one is where the child died within the uterus, that is in its intrauterine life. And third one is stillborn, where fetus or infant dies during the process of birth due to any complication or due to the unattended pregnant deliveries. The findings which suggest that a death is intrapartum death are lack of maceration and lack of lung aeration. So there is a difference between stillborn and deadborn fetus. So stillborn fetus is a fetus which is born after 28 weeks of pregnancy, while in UK it is 24 weeks, and which did not breathe or show any other sign of life at any time after being completely born. While fetus which has died in utero is deadborn fetus. While assessing the condition in utero, the fetus was alive in uterus, while in case of deadborn, he was dead in uterus. Predominantly, stillborn fetus are seen in most illegitimate and immature male child in primipary, while in case of deadborn fetus, there is no such predominance. In stillborn fetus, there are finding of prolonged labor like edema, bleeding into scalp, caput succedatum, and severe molding of head. While in case of deadborn fetus, there are sign of maceration, swelling sign, Roberts sign, rigor mortis at delivery, mummification. Cause of stillborn fetus is usually anoxia, prematurity, birth trauma, or toxemia, while in deadborn fetus it is congenital anomaly, ABO, and RH incompatibility. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.